Yes, children. Now let us see the anomalous properties of nitrogen. Now nitrogen, it belongs to second period. You know it, that the atomic number of nitrogen is 7. This you also know it. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. This is its configuration. This also you know it. Now it is due to small size and high electronegativity, high ionization energy, and non-availability of d orbitals. There is no d orbital in the second shell. Now because of all these reasons, it is showing many properties which are strange or which are unique to itself. Now its unique ability is formation of p-pi bonds with itself and also with other elements of small size and high electronegativity, like it can form a triple bond with nitrogen, it can form a triple bond with oxygen, and it can form among itself also. Now because of this ability, it exists as a diatomic molecule. Because of this, it is able to form a triple bond with its own another atom. So it is existing as a diatomic molecule, N2. And the bond enthalpy in the case of nitrogen has been found to be almost close to 1000 kilojoule per mole. So since the bond dissociation energy is very high, you consider that nitrogen is unreactive. It does not react. It is a unreactive gas. So you may ask, nitrogen is there so much in the atmosphere and oxygen is also there. Why they do not combine among themselves? They do not combine because they are stable with themselves. Heavier elements of this group, they do not form p-pi bonds. Why? Because of large size and ineffective overlapping. That is why they do not form p-pi bonds. Now we are going to see a few questions which are very frequently asked in the board. Nitrogen is unreactive, why? Or a nitrogen is an inert gas, why? They may ask you in any way. The answer is the same. Its unique ability to form triple bond with high bond dissociation energy, which makes it unreactive. To form triple bond with its own kind, okay, which is having high bond dissociation energy. That is why it is unreactive. Then the next question is catenation tendency is weaker in nitrogen. Why? Why it does not show catenation? Now first of all you should remember what is catenation. Catenation is nothing but property of self-linking. Okay. Now why it is weak in the case of nitrogen? If at all it is forming a single bond. Now look at the way it is forming a single bond. If it is going to share just one pair of electron, how many more electrons are there around each nitrogen? There are 2 pairs or 4 electrons around each nitrogen. So the single bond is weaker. Why it is weaker? Because of high interelectronic repulsions of the non-bonding electrons due to small bond length. The size of nitrogen is also very small and the bond length is also smaller. And if it is smaller, these two atoms are closer to each other. All these non-bonding electron clouds, they will repel with each other, which makes it unstable. So single bond length in the case of nitrogen is not strong, it is weak. Then, why is nitrogen a gas at room temperature? You know very well that nitrogen, it is a diatomic molecule with triple bond in between. Okay, and these nitrogen molecules, one nitrogen with another nitrogen molecule, they are held by weak van der Waals forces of attraction, which can easily be broken by collisions between the molecules at room temperature. Okay, that is why it is existing in the form of a gas. Now, nitrogen is a gas, but all other elements present in the group, they are solids. Why? That is because nitrogen is able to form p-pi bond with itself and existing as a diatomic molecule with high bond dissociation energy. And the intermolecular interactions, they are very weak. Weak van der Waals forces are existing. So it is existing in the form of a gas. Whereas the other members, they exist in the form of a tetraatomic molecule made up of PP or AS single bonds. They are all forming single bonds. Due to bigger size, the force of attraction holding the tetraatomic molecules are stronger, and that is why they are in the form of solids. Then the next question is, phosphorus is more reactive than nitrogen. Why? See, in the case of nitrogen, what we saw, there is a triple bond and bond dissociation energy is very high. In the case of phosphorus, what we saw, it is existing in the form of P4, where PP bonds, they are single covalent bonds, and it requires more energy to break a triple bond than to break a single bond, and hence phosphorus is more reactive. Okay, now nitrogen, it forms pentahalides, but phosphorus, it does. Nitrogen does not form pentahalides, but phosphorus does. That is because if it has to form pentahalide, then I discussed already, it should be showing sp3d hybridization. When nitrogen is not having d orbital at all, it cannot expand its covalency, and that is why it cannot exist in pentahalide form. But phosphorus can exist because it can expand its covalency due to the availability of d orbitals. Then the next question is, nitrogen does not form compounds of the type NR3 double bond O, that is R3N double bond O, or R3N double bond CH2. But other members, they are forming such compounds. Why? This is again, see, nitrogen, if it has to be in this form or in this form, nitrogen के surrounding में 3 R group, that is alkyl groups, and 1 oxygen through double bond. So it is showing pentavalency here. And just now we already discussed that pentavalency is not possible for nitrogen due to the unavailability of d orbitals. So due to the absence of d orbitals, nitrogen cannot form d pi p pi multiple bonds, whereas the other members, they have vacant d orbitals to form d pi p pi multiple bonds. R3p double bond O, R3p double bond CH2, they are all possible because of the presence of d orbital, which will also go into bonding. Okay.